Hello and welcome back to another video of The Cancha. I'm Fabian and we have with
Manny.
Maria.
And today we're going to be having now our preview and predictions over the FIFA World Cup final. But before we get to the final, we need to talk about the third place game, which is going to be France versus England. First of all, for me to go and start off with, I did not expect France to be the one playing in this third place game, if anything. They were favorites, I would want to say, to go and take it all the way to the end. If anything, almost close to being a repeat of last year's, which was France versus Argentina again. Yeah. But they got it wrong. Didn't pull up to perform in that game and ended up getting the 2-0 loss to Spain. But this time now going France versus England. Any thoughts about it so far, just before we really get into it? I mean...
Go first.
I don't know. I feel like this game is gonna be like in their opinion, like not really as exciting, of course, for them winning the final. So they might play a little different style than they usually would. But even so, it's to see who's their best. So I guess they'll play a little bit better than.
Do you think they would have some type of intensity to them to be like, man, like it should have been them in the final, and they want to go and have this as like something of a statement, like a point to prove like that should have been them, or the fact that they're not going to just take this as like just a whatever type of game. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure both nations are still going to want to go and win this, but I guess for this instance for France, the fact that they didn't perform against Spain, and then all of a sudden they're just going to come out and say like, you know what, through the frustration what they had in that game, they're just going to pull off like an insane win against England. Because how we seen with England as well, they're not necessarily like the best run form team anyways. They've been coming out with some pretty good, decent results, but it's always been from them just having an average game. I think if you were to look at both teams, France, I would want to say, should be the favorite.
Yeah.
That's where we're going to end up getting into the predictions anyways later on. But, I mean, again, you would think that one of these teams have something to prove, and saying that, like, this should have never been us in this instance to be playing in the third place game. Maria, do you have any thoughts about?
I think okay, so I have this is what I think. I think this game has the possibility to be the best game, or it can be the most boring game, because it can either go with a mentality of, hey, it should have been us, and I'm going to prove to you why it should have been us. Like, it should have been, I think they're each going to go with them. I think, okay, so not each, but I think England's going to go with a mentality of, it should have been me against you in the final.
Oh, okay.
And France is going to go with a mentality of, like, it should have been us against Argentina. Like, it should have been a rematch. And so I think England has more to prove than France does, because if France... This is like what? This would have been the third World Cup in a row that France made it to the final. Yeah. And so, I mean, I think they have a chip on their shoulder. Like, it could have been us. And it's gonna be interesting to see basically just Bellingham and Mbappe go against each other.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Like, that's good, because they're club mates, but in the club didn't seem like they were very getting along. So it's gonna prove to them that, hey, I belong. I deserve that spot more than you do, kind of thing.
Yeah. So we do know for the fact that like the French coach is going to end up, being retired after this. Exactly. England did not win their semifinal game against Argentina. Yeah. And I know that's going to be criticized for him as being the English coach. Now, let me go and say this. If England were to not go and win this game, do you think England would want to part ways from Tuchel, or you think they're going to still give him a chance? Because they kind of brought him in to kind of be the coach for the World Cup anyways. I don't want to say that he had so much time to necessarily like have a year or so to prepare. Like, he's kind of came on with a couple of months to just grab the players that he needs, and then from there have the best performing World Cup. Do you think they're going to criticize him that much to say, if you lose this game, you're out, or no matter what happens, we'll still give you time?
I feel like it'll depend on the English bosses, of course, because usually the English clubs, they're not really fond of course, losing, and they tend to sack their managers pretty quickly. But I feel like
Gareth Southgate was the coach for England for a good while anyways. Too. Yeah.
Even with losses and wins, but I feel like they'll give him another chance for it, because he did bring him all the way to the fourth place final like of a World Cup. Like so, I feel like they'll give him a chance to prove himself, see if he can get farther in the tournament or bring some other trophies home.
Do you think it was well, I'll let you.
Oh no. My opinion on it is the English media has been very critical of their English team regardless, because I don't think the English media didn't believe they would win the World Cup. And I think he has this game to prove himself for the mistakes he made in the past game.
Okay. Well, because one thing I was going to mention for the fact that I think Tuchel hasn't necessarily been able to go and utilize his players to the full potential. The reason why I say that is I feel like Saka hasn't necessarily had the tournament he would have liked. Yeah. I think Rashford, for the season that he had with Barcelona, he has not brought any of those qualities with them in this World Cup anyways as well. I mean, Kane has bagged his goals. Bellingham has had a great tournament anyways, but looking at everybody else necessarily, like I haven't really seen anything super impressive from this English team. So that's why I'm kind of saying like, and actually, if I can bring up something from the previous game that England ended up having against Norway, I want to say Thomas Tuchel was very harsh in critiquing the players, saying that they weren't technical enough or that they didn't play the way that he would have liked to play. And then Bellingham stepped up and said, like, hey, like, your coach has said this. What do you feel about it? And he's like, whatever. We got the job done. That's the most important thing. So I feel like it kind of ruins that relationship with that. So I don't know how it seems behind the doors. But that's why I'm kind of asking, like, if Tuchel gets this game wrong as well, and if Tuchel and the players don't necessarily have the best relationship from going through this tournament, I wonder what that can look like for them afterwards. But if all goes, I guess, well, because I think Manny was right. England did make it this far, and they were playing against the top 4 ranked teams in the world right now with all 4 of these. So if anything, I kind of see it as a success. I know that you still want to be able to go and say they should have made the finals, they should have been playing the FIFA World Cup, but I still see this somewhat as a success. Thomas Tuchel did not have that much time. He brought in the players, even though, still being very bold and not bringing some specific like Cole Palmer and then Phil Foden and others as well. It was a really big statement that he had to really prove to them, like, okay, these are the reasons why we didn't bring those in, or just the fact, like, hey, we don't have these players, but we're still going to prove it to it. I still think it was a good, successful tournament, even though they didn't make it to the way they wanted to. But with the time they had, I still think it was a win.
I think it was good because even like you said, he didn't bring in those other players. It shows a lot from the coach, basically saying I can make it happen even without these players. And like I get it, like when he was like they weren't more tactical, and I guess it's just Bellingham being like, well, we got the job done. That's also like, hey, be like, oh, cool, that's what he sees. Maybe it's something we can work on. But dismissing it, like, also the players haven't been very well with their media training this tournament. They've just been saying things. So
whatever kind of comes to mind,
So it's going to be interesting. I think England has more to prove than France. Because regardless, like you said, France, their coach will no longer be there after that. So they're gonna have like a whole reshaping, and this will be a more statement for England, being like, what, we didn't bring home the World Cup, but we still got other international tournaments that we can watch out, basically.
One these I was actually just thinking about right now is that the fact that no matter how this game goes, I was thinking about even just the after effect of like how both these teams are going to be built off of. I'm thinking about it, by the next World Cup, I want to say England is going to most likely have a different setup in like who's going to be playing. Because I'm thinking about it right now. Harry Kane is already into his 30s?
Yeah,
32.
He'll be 36.
By the time that World Cup, the next World Cup will come in, I mean, do you think he's still going to be in the same form that he's going in right now?
Pickford's not going to be there.
Yeah, he will most likely be out. I mean, Bellingham will for sure still be there. You will still be expected, like some of the wingers that they still have, like Anthony Gordon, Saka. I mean, questionable about Marcus Rashford, about what happens after this tournament's over, where he's going to be at. But they still have young players that they can build off of. But I want to say, Harry Kane was still a good heart and soul of this team in any way. So to kind of look after that. But now looking into France has like their whole attacking side still being somewhat young. And Mbappe, I want to say, being the oldest one, or Dembele.
Dembele. I think
Dembele
he's the oldest one. Yeah,
but they're still going to be very good by the time the next World Cup comes in anyway.
So they'll still be. I mean, it'll be interesting. It'll honestly be interesting because it all depends on how he's going to utilize them.
Yeah, and I can understand like the midfield will probably most likely look different as well. Rabiot at this age and maybe by the next 4 years, I don't think he'll still be having the same qualities and everything. They to at least keep him up to be the starter, or at least if anything, be in the French team. Some other midfielders like Kone. I know Kante was in this tournament as well, but I don't think he's got into play.
I don't think
say
so
at all. I know the defense will be looking different as well. Saliba should still be good enough to play in the next World Cup. But players like Digne, Theo Hernandez, France can still look different anyways in their defensive side of it, if anything too. So it's kind of just to see what this kind of look like. But now talking about from both instances, we know how the team has been played throughout the whole tournament. Prediction time. What do you think the scoreline is going to look like?
I'll say it'll be a 2-1 game.
Okay, I'm curious on who you're gonna.
I'm just gonna go for it. I think England will take it.
England, okay.
England will take it.
Okay, England will come home with third place.
Yeah.
Okay, Manny. Well, actually, hold on. Before I get to that, goal scorers.
I will say Bellingham will score a goal and Gordon.
Bellingham and Gordon then.
Yeah.
And then for France?
For France, I think it'll be Mbappe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it going to be more of like a back and forth, or is someone would take the lead with 2 goals and then another team trying to come back?
I think England will take the first goal.
Okay.
And then France will come back, and the second goal will come probably like a later, like it'll be a late goal.
An 80th, maybe 90th minute goal. All right. Well, England 2-1. Maria? Manny?
So I feel like this game is not going to be for some reason I don't feel this game is being very very competitive. So I feel like they will play more of their like people that haven't played, like their kind of like backups a bit more. So I see this game probably like either a 1-0 or a 2-1, like Maria said, but in France's favor. I don't see any chance of like England. I mean, I do see them having a lot of chances, of course, but their attacking style is not really made for like what France is usually known for stopping. So, I do want to say though that I think Tuchel did get the left back situation corrected, because Spence has been coming in every now and then on as a sub, but he's been playing very phenomenal with that left side, especially when it comes to like putting his body on the line. Even though he comes in with like some brace or something on his chin, but half the time he doesn't even have it on. So I don't know why he comes in, but he's been playing very good in O'Reilly's spot. So I feel like he might just keep that side, like the defense side, the same. But I don't see that much goals coming into this one.
Okay, so you said it was going to end up being 1-0.
Either a 1-0 or a 2-1 in France's favor.
France, okay, all right. I see the game. Wait, did you say goal scorers?
No, goal scorers. I would say Dembele will score.
Okay, and
probably Mbappe too. For this one, for England, I would say Kane.
Kane,
okay,
scoring the last game for the tournament for him. All right, okay, perfect. I see this game almost kind of like many. Like, it won't be as competitive as I feel like it should be, but I feel like they'll still go at it with each other. I see this game is being tied in regular time, 1-1, within the first 90 minutes of regular time. I think they will take it to extra time. I say I see this, but I kind of want to see it go to PKs for some reason.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then they go to PKs, and then England has been having, I guess, I don't know, some type of, form to where they don't do well in penalty shootouts, when especially in the knockout stages. But I want to say, just for the sake that I do want to see England have some type of success to where they can kind of say, like, hey, we got third place, but at least we made it to win third place. I'm kind of with that. I do want to see England win.
Yeah.
I think with this France, I don't know if it's just the fact that they just disappointed out of nowhere, and then everybody's just kind of like, not really falling for them anymore. Or maybe people are more falling in love with England a little bit more and just wanting to see them, have some type of success. So I'm going to go with the fact that it's a tie all the way up to PKs, and then England takes it.
Okay.
And wins it in PKs. That's my prediction. Yeah. Pretty solid predictions, you would say?
I think so.
All right, perfect. All right, and then into our last game, which is Spain versus Argentina, finalisma, as what people wanted to go and watch previously, but we could have never had that. But now we're having it again. So, first of all, talking about the first runner-ups to be able to make it to the final, Spain. Do you think that they're going to go and play this game any differently with knowing how, I would say, if Argentina goes out and is not afraid to go press, do you think Spain is still going to go and have their possessive style, just be patient, wait for those spaces to go and attack, and then hopefully just find this one perfect ball, like almost like Pedro Porro, put it in behind and then go score? Do you think they're still going to have the same style, or they're going to have to think of something different?
I think they're going to have to think of something different.
Okay.
Because, like we talked about, Spain has had the possession of the ball, but so does Argentina. They both like having possession of the ball. So it's going to be a lot of, it's going to be probably like a lot of attacking with like, like more physical. But no, I think Spain needs to, they're going to come out playing the same way they have because it's worked for them. But I think they're going to have to like arrange it somehow.
Okay. Manny?
I do feel them coming out the same way as well, like Maria said, but I feel like Argentina is a lot more, like their attackers are pressed more. Like Julian Alvarez ran like crap load these past couple games, chasing down people, chasing down that final pass and whatnot on the defender side. So I feel like they'll play the same way that they usually would, but they will have to figure out something in the final half of the game to see if they can try and score, like, or find out that pass, like you said, to get them a one-on-one chance or to give them a good chance to score.
Okay. Now, let me say this. Do you think Argentina should play a different way than what they've been playing? Because if they know that if Spain is going to go more possessive, patience, just waiting for, passes to just get through and build up from them, do you think Argentina should be the team to kind of sit back a little bit and kind of wait for those moments as well? Or to be even more aggressive and just bring the pressure to them? Because if anything, I want to say Spain does pretty well under pressure.
Yeah.
Just the style of play that they are. I mean, their passes gets them everywhere.
Yeah.
But you also think one bad pass with Argentina's pressure is going to put them under pressure, get them in a kind of like off guard situation. And then from there, Argentina being pretty, threatening in front of goal, especially from distance, whether it's in the box, they can put one in as well. They got some pretty clinical players to be able to put them away. Do you think Argentina should be able to play, if anything, more aggressive or play, again, the same way that they should go about it?
Ooh.
Because one thing for sure that gets me, that's pretty clear, I want to say to everybody, is the fact that they know a lot of their involvement going forward either starts off or involves Messi.
Yeah.
So one thing, actually, because I was watching the England versus Argentina game, we noticed that whenever England started bunkering in and, having to just hold their fort in a defensive formation, we were noticing that with Messi, they were not necessarily having I guess you can say like a target man on them. Yeah. There was not somebody there marking a markman. So they were more of like zoning. But what happened was Messi, I think he can care less if somebody was marking him or not. But the thing is, he was always just in a pocket of space. We know that Messi walks a lot, but he's not just walking near somebody. He's always walking around just spaces. Yeah. They can go and shift. He doesn't mind. He will just walk and just waiting for a space. So he knows when the ball is going to be going and playing in for him. So do you think Spain in this case should necessarily mark him with the man on every single time, or just continue being like more of a zone formation and defending, and not having to necessarily like, we don't have to have a man on you, but whenever the play comes to you, we'll be able to shift in. What do you guys think about that?
So I think like Spain should be playing a little bit more a little bit more aggressive towards Messi. I feel like they will kind of have like a man mark, which will be Cucurella. I think he'll have to play a little bit more defensive this time around. Instead of like pressing forward. Of course, when chances are looking good, then of course press forward. But I think he'll have to take a step back this time and try to focus on keeping a check on him, seeing where he's at the whole time, or even having help from the midfielder like Rodri helping him out. But like we said before, like even if you mark him, you gotta take a look at the other people, because Enzo Fernandez or Paredes or DePaul, they all have good shots from outside the box. So even if you mark that person, like you got to take a look at the next person too. So trying to figure out a way to like make sure you cut in that passing lanes too.
I think that going off of what Manny said, I think Spain should do more like probably not just having one man mark them, but like have like you said zone, like have more than one, because one thing about it is like Messi's really good at getting the defenders on him. Mm-hmm. Like he's really good at knowing that they're gonna mark him.
They're gonna attract,
so he knows how to attract them. He knows how to get them out because he'll see the play before it's even made.
Yeah,
and that's gonna be, I think that will be the Spain's mistake, is that they're gonna go after him. And the thing about it is like even if you have one man on him, he's the type of player that likes that challenge. Mm-hmm. Like he likes that one-on-one. Like we've seen it on many occasions when they're like, oh no, you're in charge of marking him, and he like passes them up completely. Like he jukes them basically. He makes the plays. So it's going to be interesting seeing how that works out, because he does have, Argentina does have other players that are willing to take those long shots, willing to go into it. And it's the thing about it is you're so worried about guarding him that you're letting everybody else run free. And in the moments, like, it's not that he's just trying to get away from the players. Like, he's very good at scanning. Like you said, he walks a lot.
Yeah,
he walks a lot, and you'll see him like down the line, and then all of a sudden you'll see him in the middle, and then you'll see him on the other side of the field. Like, he has no issue going where you need him.
Yeah,
as long as it makes the play, and as long as a goal is scored.
I feel like that's what makes Argentina so difficult. It's just the fact that you have a whole team that does have the qualities. All the individual players, McAllister, Julian Alvarez, Enzo Fernandez, all those players that can still do damage to you, but then you still have to worry about just one guy that can be that difference maker.
Yeah.
I want to say that's the reason why Argentina hasn't been able to make it this far in. Now, another thing that I've kind of been thinking about as well is just the fact that, okay, let's say Spain was, to be able to go up a goal up to Argentina, or maybe even two. Do you think Spain has the endurance, the legs to be able to go and withstand even like the last 10 to 20 minutes going against Argentina? Because if anything, it showed that Argentina, if anything, pulls out magic those last couple of minutes. So even at that, like, what do you think Spain's best strategy is to go in with that? Those, especially for every team, especially now because Spain is the last one. How do you think they should go about those last 20 minutes, I guess you can say? Because I guess that's whenever Argentina just starts turning it up.
Yeah.
I feel like it's all going to rely on the midfield. But they have phenomenal midfielders. Like, they have Olmo, they have Rodri, they have Pedri on the bench. They have
Fabian
Merino,
Ruiz.
Fabian Ruiz. They have all these good midfielders that knows how to keep possession of the ball, especially Pedri taking a step back, like trying to pass it back to the defenders and whatnot, how he played with Barca. They have Gavi on the bench as well, who's very very pressing forward and willing to get into and challenge people. So I feel like it's all going to rely on the midfielder whenever it comes on to the last 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. There was something else I wanted to say. Like, do you think that the or what do you think of whenever Argentina was playing against England, that changed that they put in Simeone as an like starter in that time? Like, do you think he has more kind of like fluidity into that attacking style, or do you think like he was kind of like a hindrance in a sense?
I want to say more that I don't know if he was trying to change their style and flow, what they've been previously having, because other than Simeone, who was playing on that right side anyways?
Yeah.
It was who was the player that was playing on that right side other than Simeone?
Well, that's usually where Messi goes in.
Goes in.
Yeah, that's usually where he gravitates to. Yeah.
Yeah, because if anything, he has been playing on that side, but I feel like Messi would always anyways like drift into the middle anyways. Yeah. So if anything, I don't know. Because I kind of caught that as well, that Simeone was playing on that side, but I honestly felt like he had that as a strategic, just kind of like catch England off guard with that. Yeah, because I was like, oh, Messi's always going to be out wide, and then with now Simeone in that position, I was like, okay, now he's going to be more in the midfield. I feel like the coach definitely let Messi be more of that free roaming player.
Yeah.
So I think that was more.
He gave him that time because he gave him that time to be able to walk around and, like you said, like be able to scan the field.
And the players understand too. Like if Messi starts drifting out wide, then like okay, then they
Yeah.
have to start shifting more towards the middle. So they definitely understand like wherever Messi's at, like let him have that space to himself.
I'll go fill in the gap.
Do you think that he'll put in the one? Well, not necessarily just Simeone, but in another person that would do that same same type of job, or do you think like he'll keep it the same kind of like lineup?
I don't know. I want to say Argentina needs to, if anything, they need to figure out the first half of the game.
Yeah.
Because it's always been very slow for them. Or maybe if they do catch an early goal, but for some reason I feel like they just can't keep it.
Yeah.
Like somehow the other team will come back on them as well. And again, it's just always been lucky for them, or just, just a hard passion that they've been able to finish off the games. But if anything, I want to say if Argentina want to make sure that Spain doesn't have a chance, I definitely think it's that first half that they have to figure out.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's, again, adding more pressure, even more pressure that they have in other games, to just put in some early goals. I feel like if Argentina can go and put 2 goals on Spain in the first half, I honestly believe they can finish out the game winning.
Yeah.
Whether Spain comes out and scores 1 goal or anything, but we've been able to see that for the whole 90 minutes, especially the second half, Argentina can still turn it up.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
They get that second win. They get that momentum
yes.
going.
Yeah. And that's what I was kind of critical, even thinking about for Spain. Does Spain have that second win to where they can still hold off? Again, knowing that Argentina can have that second win on them on the second half, can Spain do that as well? Or
I haven't seen it in them.
Yeah.
And it's going to be difficult. It's going to be tough, not especially if Spain does score first. It's going to be Argentina's going to wear them down. Mm-hmm. It's going to wear them down physically. It's going to wear them down, and it's going to be, I'm going to say something like the climate's going to have a lot to do with it because they're playing in an open stadium.
Yeah.
And that New York sun is no joke.
Yeah.
It's no joke. It's hot. It's going to be pushing it. And what Spain's going to have to do is, if you look at it, most of the goals that have been scored against Argentina, some of them have been from outside the box. There have been those long, those beautiful long shots and stuff. And that's what Spain's going to have to do. They're going to have to be comfortable taking them shots, but also Spain's going to have to come out trying to score first. Mm-hmm. But the thing about it, like you said, Argentina doesn't give up. Once the 80th minute hits, it's they're ready to keep fighting. Yeah. And then they don't stop. They don't stop until that final whistle. They complain a lot to the ref or whatever, but it's gonna be interesting. Spain's gonna have to do a lot of conditioning, a lot of running, or they're gonna have to be smart with how they play the ball.
And I also heard that there's no training that can definitely prepare them from what they're about to have right now. Yeah. Because unless they just go out and condition and train and at that same time every single time, the whole time that they've been there at the tournament, but when it comes to a game, it's just a different feeling. Yeah. There's no preparing you for that.
It also has a lot to do with the stadium, the environment. Yeah. Even they're all I think Argentina will be the home team. I think there will be more Argentinians in the state. So it's gonna be that. It's gonna be the excitement of that. Spain hasn't been in a final since they won in 2010. Yeah. So and Argentina's been in the final already. 4 years ago. They're under the pressure. They've won it. This
is Argentina's 3rd final within the last 4 World Cups. Mm-hmm. Got in the final in 2014, didn't make it in 2018, won it in 22, and then in the finals again. Yeah, 26.
So it's gonna be Argentina's I wouldn't say because people are well, they had Argentina has everything to prove, to say what, we brought back-to-back World Cups, we've done this, and it's gonna be an interesting match. And Spain they need to want it as bad as they did in 2010.
If they want to say they're the best in Europe and want to prove it to be the best in the world, then this is definitely, and it's perfect too. This is the best South America team.
Yeah, versus the best European team. There's no comparison.
Number 1 and 2.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of one aspect that I do want to bring in, and this is going to be the last one I want to talk about, if anything. Actually, funny enough, the goalkeepers. Mm-hmm. So we know with Martinez on the Argentina side, he's kind of had his games to where he's let some goals slip by him and everything. So we know he can be a great keeper on his day. Like how he did in the 2022 final. He can be a great keeper, but also he can let some goals slip up. But what we've seen on Spain's goalkeeper, Simon.
Simon.
Yeah. only still 1 goal conceded throughout the whole entire tournament, but
was a little shaky in this past game too.
Yeah, because I want to say during the France game, it's not that he did anything spectacular in goal.
Yeah.
He's made smart decisions, like rushing out when Mbappe was having a chance to be able to go to goal. And I remember clearly he went out, slid on the ball, and then cleared it away before Mbappe could even touch it. So that is definitely a smart goalkeeper and a goalkeeper you want to have. But what is it going to look like now whenever you have to make some incredible saves? Because I definitely absolutely think with Enzo taking the shots from range, McAllister having his headers and everything with Lautaro Martinez, Messi can go and shoot from anywhere. Julian Alvarez can go and shoot from anywhere. Now is really going to be tested. Like, okay, you were this great goalkeeper that only conceded 1 goal, but now going against the best team, I want to say, like
it's gonna be a challenge for him because Argentina's very good, like at the bounce backs, like, you know, and you've seen it. Like, he's gonna have to be very comfortable in getting up really fast.
Yeah. So I don't know. I definitely. There was 1 goal. The 1 goal that got conceded for him was from I don't know if it was a shot on the ground, but I think it was a header. The only thing with me with that 1 goal that got conceded from him was the fact that the goal was actually pretty close by. If you remember, there was a header that went down or shot to Pickford. Pickford was very fast and reactive, be able to get down low with his hand and then hit it out.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember that from Argentina game versus England. I don't think Simeone has those same reflexes and reactions as, like, you know, a good goalkeeper should be able to have, and reactive saves to be able to make them. This is why I'm saying that I honestly think goalkeepers for sure will be the heroes of this game. And I personally just, again, I'm critiquing off of 1 goal, but I haven't seen anything spectacular from this one keeper from Spain. So I think from that, I'm predicting that they will be a mistake the goalkeeper will make. And then from there, Argentina will for sure get their goal.
Yeah,
and
I think
build
so too.
Momentum. Yeah, so
I think if Argentina scores first, Spain is okay. This is what I think. Like, if Argentina scores first, within the next like 10 minutes, Argentina will score again, because Spain's it's gonna happen like what happened with Mexico. Once England scored, it's like their whole momentum went down, and it's like they got in their heads.
Yeah.
So I think that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be a panic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to go ahead and go into the predictions then? I think we're kind of already ready for those, talking about like what it's gonna look like.
Yeah.
Really, you want to go first with the prediction?
Yeah, I think Argentina will take it 2-1.
2-1. Okay, goal scores.
It'll be Messi will score.
Okay.
And I want to say Lautaro Martinez will score.
Ooh, okay. And he's been coming in with those late goals too.
So
okay.
I think
Lautaro Martinez to score the last winning goal.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah, I think he will.
Those hops for a header.
Yeah.
Try to get any of that.
Like it'll happen. And for Spain, I don't know who.
I'm actually curious if they will start their striker that they've been having, or
Oyarzabal.
Yeah, or Merino. Merino's been coming clutch for them as
They
well. I wonder if
they subbed him in last game.
Yeah, I feel like he's been better off as a sub for the most part.
Okay.
I think Merino will come in and score like that. Okay. That's my. I don't think Lamine will get his goal.
2-1 Argentina then. All right, Manny.
So I'm kind of the opposite. I think it'll be 2-1 Spain's favor.
You're riding on the Spain right now.
Yeah, right now I feel like I don't know. I just feel
I would want Spain to win, but the way it's going, I think you know what. That's what I said for France. So whatever.
But yeah, I feel like the goal scorers probably be Oyarzabal for the first goal, and then I'll see Ferran Torres breaking his curse.
Oh my god!
Scoring a goal.
Okay.
Wasn't it one of the games he hit a post? He hit the crossbar and it went over, and that kind of cost like what, the tie that they ended up having?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yes. Okay.
And of course for Argentina, I see either. I feel like I see Lautaro scoring for Argentina, but I feel very conflicted because I want, of course, my GOAT to win, but I don't know. I just feel Spain's got a little bit more advantage in this game, this World Cup.
Okay. All right, 2-1 to Spain then. I am going to go because I want to see a little bit more of a goal throw, so I'm only having more hopes than expectations. I mean, if I can be realistic, then yeah, I can definitely think I see a 2-1. But hoping, if anything, 3-2.
Ooh,
3-2, and I'm gonna hope for People are probably gonna be thinking that we're like Argentina fans, but no, if anything, we're just Messi fans. I want to say
just Messi.
Yeah,
just Messi fans.
After
Just-
Messi leaves,
Like I wouldn't mind. I would not mind Spain winning. That's all I gotta say.
That's what I say. Like if Spain
Yeah.
wins, I'm not gonna necessarily be too down on it because I wasn't necessarily like a super Argentina fan. It was more of just Messi to do it.
Yeah.
But 3-2, I want to say I'm gonna hope that Argentina can score the first goal.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, I'm actually gonna put on McAllister.
Ooh,
The
okay.
player that we were talking about
yeah.
previously. I think I want to put more praises on him on the behind the scenes actions that he's been doing. I want to say that he can get a goal because he was close in the last game. He
He's been pushing it a lot.
Yeah, he's been having some good headers and everything. So I want to say McAllister gets a goal. I want to say Messi should be able to get a goal in this game as well.
Yeah,
Again,
cool.
he's gonna do something. He's gonna assist. He's going to go and create the chance. He's gonna go and finish it off. He will do something in this game. But Messi will get a goal. And actually, instead of Lautaro Martinez, I want to say Julian Alvarez will get a goal.
Okay.
I've been really liking, especially since the last World Cup, and how Julian Alvarez plays. I think he only has one goal in this tournament, but he's such a great player.
But that was a great goal too.
Yeah, I want to say he can kind of pull up
goal.
with something like that out of nowhere. So I think those are going to be the 3 goal scorers: McAllister, Messi, and then Julian Alvarez. I would want to say, for the sake for Chelsea as well, that Enzo can hopefully get a goal in here as well. But I mean, we'll see. We'll have to wait and see. For Spain, for sure, I'm gonna go outside the box without any kind of form that's been happening. I want to say hopefully Yamal can end up getting a goal. I know it's probably not likely because he hasn't been getting one at all. But what better way to get a really good goal in this tournament, because I feel like he's already scored. He's already scored in this tournament. But what better way to really put yourself as being that great prospect that's going to end up being shown from you than to get a goal in the World Cup final. Yeah. So I want to say Yamal will get a goal as well. And man, this can kind of go from anywhere as well. If anything, I would like to see Nico Williams get a goal as well.
Ooh, yeah.
From the both great wingers that they are. It would be great to see both of them. So I'm just going to go. I think these are I want to say unrealistic, the 3-2, and then Yamal and Nico Williams. But you know what?
You never know.
I'm just going to go ahead and go with it. I'm just going to go ahead 3-2 to Argentina. And yeah, I think those are going to be the goal scorers.
Now, quick question. Let's say we're all wrong, right? And they end up going to PKs. Who takes it?
You know what? I think I don't know. Cause
if it's PKs, I say Argentina take it.
Yeah, but the same thing happened last year. It depends on who's still on the field, though.
Yeah.
For sure. Mm-hmm. Who's going to be subbed off, who's still going to be on. I don't know, maybe just from experience, and Argentina's already done it once in the final.
Yeah.
I think, probably
I
Argentina.
think so too, yeah.
I think. Like I said, if it goes the other way and Spain wins, I'm not necessarily going to be sad in the fact that Argentina didn't win it, but for the fact that Messi just couldn't win his second World Cup. I definitely been talking about it, though. If Messi for sure wins 2 World Cups, that solidifies for me that nobody can touch his career. Yeah, I would want to say so. I don't think anybody could ever go the Ballon d'Ors that he's won, the individual, the Champions League, all the trophies that he's won, but 2 World Cups. Yeah, back to back. Back to back. Has anybody that you guys know of won 2 World Cups?
They were talking about it.
Italy won 2 back to back, and Brazil won 2 back to back. In Germany.
West Germany.
But has any one of those teams had a player like Messi, anyways?
Not necessarily.
In the stature,
I think West Germany had Beckenbauer. I think that's who once had their back to back one. Yeah, and I think Brazil's was it Pele's?
Yeah. It could, yeah, because honestly, if Messi is to win in back to back, this, like you said, solidifies that nobody can touch him. Also, to me personally, and if I get hate on it, whatever, it solidifies that he's better than Maradona.
Ooh, for sure. Yeah, I think so as well, for sure. I mean, everybody knows it now that the hand of God was the one thing.
That's what got him that World Cup in Mexico. But the thing about it is Maradona was out there and everything, but it's just to have the career that Messi has had, you said, exactly. Win what he's won, the Ballon d'Ors, all of those, the Pichichis, when he had the 96 goals, it's, there's only so much one person can do. And right now, the thing about it is that, yeah, if Spain wins it, I'm gonna be very happy for them. It's a very young team. Like they had it, because the 2010 Spain team, they were much older. Like they were all like in. But for Messi, like to win it at 39, back to back,
and him still carrying this,
and him still, and making the plays, not being subbed off, not being, because even then, like let's say who's had their last games, Neymar
Ronaldo.
had his Ronaldo, they've all been subbed off. They've all been subbed off.
Neymar barely even had minutes.
He didn't have any playing time. So the thing about it is like, coming out doing it at your age, doing it to this extreme.
Yeah, and especially for the fact that they were criticizing the fact that Messi went to MLS.
Yeah,
and they're like, oh, his career is done with if he already went to the MLS.
He went there and like won a trophy, won and. What 2 trophies he's won there, so
and if anything, I think still because of this tournament, I want to say Messi is for sure in the top three best players in the world currently still right now, so especially based off of this tournament for sure.
With the stats, with everything that he's got going on, and it's he can hang his hat and hang his jersey and be like,
I think for the Argentina national team, I don't know if he's announced anything that he might retire after this, but I honestly think if he does win this World Cup with Argentina, I think at 39 you should just go ahead.
That's the best way you can. You can walk out. You walked out. You've done what you did. Like you heard the critics. Argentina hated you for so many years, and it also comes to solidify that many people criticize them that he could have gotten his Spanish nationality and won in 2010 the World Cup, and now he's saying like no, like I wanted to be with Argentina. I won it in 22, and I'm gonna win it again against the country, against the country that basically gave me everything. Yeah. So it'll be interesting.
Manny, any thoughts about that?
No, not really.
All right. So for the majority of us, except for Manny, we got Argentina and then you and Spain. Now it is just waiting for those matches to hold up. It's kind of crazy to me too how like with all the extra teams that they ended up adding and all the extra matches. I mean, we kind of seen like almost 4 or 5 matches every single day, and now it's coming to the very end this weekend.
That's gonna be upsetting.
It really is. Yeah.
There was talks though that they were trying to expand it to a 64. I think it was 64 team.
Yeah, that's
so. Who knows? Maybe
the U.S. could probably hold on to all those teams for sure. Yeah. But like other countries, I mean, for the 2030, they're having to have it in Spain, Portugal, and also in Morocco.
I swear I seen somewhere that. Uruguay and Argentina and all them, like some South America teams were trying to push and bid for that World Cup too.
Yeah,
but I don't know if it's been settled or not.
Yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to find out afterwards for sure. But yeah, that's basically it for our preview and prediction. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video as well. We'll definitely get you our reactions over the games once they kind of come upon us from that. But other than that, it's just to see. Can Messi do it again? Can Spain upset the GOAT? And, finding out all this on Sunday. And then also Saturday's game for the 3rd place. But make sure you guys like, comment, tell us what you guys think about the game as well. What are your predictions? Put them down in the comments. And then from there, we will catch you guys on the next video. Other than that, thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you.